Hey everybody, welcome back to the Old Man Raging channel. We're playing Ark Survival Ascended on Valguero, and we're playing in hardcore mode. So we're at day 12 still, playing single player. What I'm going to do is just get, as we always do, just set up some of our values. Okay, so basically, we taking the Drake down in here, and all we're really trying to do here is really just pick up our congealed glass balls, which we did do. I think we'll pick up a couple of the green gems here, and we are looking for the that Ravager. There was a 135 Ravager, really nice reddish one, and so, and I don't see it around. So let's see what we can do about getting. Let's see if we got way too many green. Okay, we seem to still have some weight. That's good. Crystal, I don't think we need, so let's just drop the crystal and put some of these items in here. We do have, you know what? Let's put this in, take a bit of a risk. We'll put it in our first slot, which we usually use to cryo things up. Let's throw some of this stuff in here. We don't need this, I don't think, and we don't need our. No, so but we have to remember, if we leave the zone, that we actually put our flippers back in, at least the flippers. In fact, what we can do is such a small. Let's just put them in there and just make sure we always have them in there, as long as, and as well as a creature in there. So I love this climbing ability for this thing. It'll climb up all the stupid crags and difficulties on. Alright, so the Ravager was around this area, right? But I'm not seeing it. So let's just take a journey over here. Let's make sure it's not over here. Lystro. But it may have despawned. It's hard to know how long it was sitting there when I first saw it. Okay, that's the area down to the water. And that's kind of the edge over here. And let's see this bulb dog. What do we got here? 45, nothing. I think we got enough meat on here. Yeah, we're good. So I don't see it. It was over here. And I think I've been over most of this area here, so I don't see it around. Oh, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Oh, that was a bit. And we got a food problem once again. We got a food problem. Just crazy. Yeah, I think maybe it's a Valguero thing. Maybe it's the type of armor that I'm wearing that is just translating into just food consumption galore. But we just are running into a problem for food. Food and water. I mean, even water, we're running low on it as well. Let's finish off our water here. So I don't see the I don't see the Ravager over here. There's probably another little, some more Ravagers as I journey around. I really came down here to get the congealed gas balls. Really, that was my priority item. I just thought I would check and see if the Ravager is still around, but it doesn't look like it is. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's around. Okay, let's get back to the base. We got some eggs that we're trying to get our Drake line up and running. We've been very fortunate. As a summary for anybody that has just joined us, I mean, obviously we have some videos that you can watch from our previous ones. Most of the videos are long. They are playthroughs. Yeah, the recommendation is just to put it on a fast speed, and if you want to pop in on a couple of discussions, they are, like I said, quite a bit of time, and I don't expect you in your data to really sit through all of that. Although there might be some times where you might want to enjoy some of the conversation, but for the most part, we are just kind of moving along here. And what happened is we were very, very fortunate when we came down here. It was a little bit of a struggle and a little bit risky. We almost lost our hardcore life due to some weird mistakes. But for the most part, we were able to pick up an egg. And the first egg that we got, I believe, was a 185 Drake. Okay, with like just immense, was it stam or, yeah, it was 34 on the melee, which is pretty good, but it was just super, super good on the weight or the stam. I think it was the weight, just crazy, but really good stats for a Drake. And our very first egg. So we didn't, it's not like we had to grab like a 50 or a 60, which were down there. I think the very first one we came to was 185. When we went back down with the Drake, the next one that we touched was a 50 or a 60, I believe. All right, so we decided not to, and we started to take a look at a couple more eggs that were available. And those were 165, 175. So we really have lucked out on the Drakes. I don't know, maybe it's a single player thing or just luck, but we didn't have to spend a lot of time, and now we have a Drake that is really very, very powerful, or at least not powerful, but at least to the point where we don't have to worry about anything down here in the aberration zone. So really what it boils down to is the fact that we don't got a problem anywhere on this map now. We have all the creatures that we need. Now, the only thing that's remaining as a challenge is grabbing the artifacts from the caves. That's going to be difficult, to making sure that we've got enough strength and power to be able to handle the caves and what's into the caves. I think I would like to get a Megalosaurus if I could. I haven't quite figured out where they are yet. I'd like to be able to take on that mini brood mother that's in the spiderweb valley there, or cavern, and or trench, I guess would be probably a better explanation for it. And see what kind of rewards we're going to get from that. But more importantly, get into the caves, get the artifacts, make sure that we've got the proper creatures to be able to move around in there. Make sure we don't fall, obviously, into any lava or anything like that. So there are some creatures. Find out what we need to be able to get the very basic beta, or I think it would be gamma as the first one. Tech. So that would give us the replicator. That would give us the that possibly could give us the generator and the really basic components. And so that's really what we're kind of shooting for. Now, one thing I did forget back at the base was that I had a couple of Ankies, and I haven't really checked in on them. So that's kind of scary. They were nice. I just put what I thought would be enough inside them. We're out of stam, I think. So let's make sure we pump them. What are we looking at? 295. So it's not very good for, not very good, this one here, for melee. Okay, and really this is like a secondary one. I really want to breed up the proper ones for, what are we looking at? So we got to go over this way, right? Well, that's an Alpha Rex there. So it'd be nice to be able to take that down. Not with this, though. Yeah, this is really good. I really enjoy kind of moving around with this. Oh, I really want to go up over the top of here. Okay, so they're still taming up, so we don't got a problem. Okay, we're good with this. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to carry the wyvern with me. I talked a little bit about that in the previous episode, where if I do see something that I want to be able to at least pick it up with the wyvern, unless I'm doing a cave run. So I did see a YouTube video where one of the popular YouTubers was actually taking on the brood mother with a thyla, and just trying to keep out of the way of the gas, and then just picking away at the brood mother. I probably could drop some Rexes down there that are going to take the hits as well, so I could probably, let the Rexes try to do as much as number as they can. I will probably lose them. I probably should have brought down just some of my junk Rexes and really turned them loose on it. But let's get things off of the Drake that we don't need to be on here, and put them away. Okay, so I'm going to put this back. Put this over here. And what else do we... Yeah. Put that there. I'm going to put this in here and this over here. And I'm going to do this. Okay. Okay, finishing up the Drake line. All right, just checking in the back end there, and just want to make sure we're all good. All right, and we'll just take a look at this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this stuff put away, and we'll just make sure that we get these Yankees tamed up. I want to take a look at what we got for the Drake egg. We just can't seem to get. We can't get the health over. We're always getting this with this 21 health. So we seem to be always pulling this terrible health. Let's see what other stats that we got. Whether we got everything else. No, yeah, so this really is not. I mean, we're not even getting the weight. It's 26 on the weight. I think the weight is really good on this one over here. What do we got? Yeah, 47 on the weight, which is insane. 32 on stam, 34 in health. So the keys are the stam and the health and the melee. So what do we got? We got 26 on the weight, which is terrible. The stam we're not even getting. So it's sorry about the time it's taken, but there's just no. We're not getting any luck on moving those stats over. So it's going to take us a while to get that Drake line up and running. We'll keep trying. We'll get busy doing stuff. We want to make our grinder is really what we want to do as well. So let's get this stuff. We got lots of congeal balls now. You know, I think we're really good for most of what we need. We just have to start grinding up some of this junk. That's really what I think we need to do. Oh, sorry, I should have jumped this off here. Throw that in there, and the perishable in here. All right, we don't have any prime meat here. So I think what we'll do is, we got 400, so let's go ahead, split this in half. Split this in half one more time. And we'll see if we can get this kind of up and running. We'll split this in half. And once more in half again. And see if we can't get this kind of spinning up. We got 54 on our spark powder, so let's do a little bit of spark powder. Get a little bit more happening for that. Let's go get a couple hundred of these made up for like a couple hundred. Probably should do a chem bench at some point. Get better results on those. But let's go ahead and do our grinder. All right, so I think we've got all of this now made up. Okay. And we need some, I think all we need is polymer. I think we've got lots of crystal. So let's just double check and just make sure that we've got what we need. All right, let's take a view of that. Yeah, we just need some polymer, 600, and we've got way enough of that. So there's 800 on that one. That's good. And we'll spin that up, turn that on, and get our grinder. And what do we need for our chem bench? We need spark powder and cementing paste. So we do have lots of cementing paste, and we do have lots of spark powder. Well, we got enough. We don't have a lot of cementing paste. Actually, we have to go and probably do a run. But we're making up the spark powder that we need for that. And I think we should be able to make up our chem bench. So let's just make sure, and there we go, there's our chem bench. And I think that's all we need for our structures. It's looking good. All right, so let's clear up this. So we got 1,500. What do we got here for? We got 92. So since we've got lots of this, and we're going to get tons more, so the rest of it is all going to go in here. Let's just throw this in here for doing repairs and stuff. Now let's figure out where we're going to put down our grinder. So that's where our replicator is going to, or sorry, our incubator is going to go. Where would we put our grinder? It would be nice to be able to put it up over the top. And it's not going to go on there without something up there, right? Let's see if we can throw a wall down. Do we have enough space to throw a wall down? Let's go and see what we've got here. Let's come up with some kind of clever thing here that we're going to use. Okay, that's not happening on the back. So we're not able to put anything on the back. Yeah, it's not allowing us to put anything down the back here. Alright, so that's a bit of a drag. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to go down there because we've got too much stuff down there. So the only possibility would be able to pick this up and pick this up, right? And then put the wall down here. Okay, so that would work. Can we put one more in there? We can't because this is already hanging over, so we don't. So let's see if we can put a roof on top of that, a ceiling, sorry. All right, so let's pick this up. Now this is going to cost us. Yeah, so this is going to be very difficult to pick this up. Let's put the stone in here. Now we're running out of space, obviously, on our. We're at 345, so that's why we got to grind up all of this gear. We got to grind this all up. What do we hear? I think we got excessive stone here. Put that down there. And we'll put this in here because we don't really need this per se. We'll stick it somewhere out of the way. But we don't need our mortar pestle anymore because we're going to put down the chem bench. Alright, so let's start making some adjustments here. We don't have any more space. So what could we free up? What could we free up that we could put away in? Yeah, you know what? Let's take these. And I think we still have a couple spaces. Let's put these in here. Because we don't need this anymore. Alright. And I think we can put the chem bench down here. So what is weighing us down? What is weighing us down here? Holy smokes. Where do we have? 535. So let's put the polymer in there. Okay, let's see if we can throw down a chem bench underneath here. So if we have it coming off the side here, right, then I don't think we can reach the this stuff properly. Oh, vault and this. Yeah, but we won't be able to do. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put down our forge, which will go in the corner here. Okay, which will give us access to all of this stuff, and then we'll put the chem bench sticking out here, right? Alright. Okay, our chem bench will stick out here. Alright. Which will give us, I think this will give us access to all of this stuff here. There's the vault, this, and that. So I think we can access all of this stuff, right? And then we would just put down our mortar pestle down here. Would that go in there? Yeah, you know what? Let's just put it here. Okay, so that's that. And all we have to do is put down our... So we don't come into here too often, but we can come into here from there. So let's go ahead and put down our preserving bin right there, which would, this would give us access to all of this stuff. There's the chem bench, and then there's a preserving bin. So we're all set. So let's put all this stuff into the preserving bin except for what we need to take out. We do need to take our polymer out of here. All right. We can start to store this stuff down in the chem bench. And the oil we'll leave in here. We can take these out now. Take all our important stuff out of here. That's all good. We'll leave that seed in there, that's fine. Alright, so these are good. We've got 245 on that, so that's good. Let's just divide this in half. So we don't need all that. Put that in here. Okay. Alright, we have all of this stuff. The only thing we don't have is our grinder. So we're going to put our grinder on top, and we'll see if... So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to use a smaller ceiling. Alright, which would be this one here. This is the regular ceiling. We need the smaller ceiling, which we're going to have to make, right? Because we don't really have it here. So let's go ahead and fashion that up. Just make sure we don't got it in here, and we don't. So let's see if this works. Make a couple of those up. They don't hurt. Alright, so we can still move around. We want to see, we can put that on top of there. That's really good. And let's do two of them. So we got something on the edge here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to have to come from this side. Yep. Okay, let's see if we can put our grinder down on top. That would really make us... Like, I mean, it would be nice to have it stick out over top of there. But I don't think that's going to be happening. Let's see if we can get this up here. And I think this is going to go. No. I need to have one more coming up there. So let's do one more and see if that helps us. In fact, I think I am going to use a regular ceiling for that. Let's try that first, because this is going to stick out here, right? Okay, let's take this down first. I don't think that's going to work, so let's try this. Let's try to put this one down right here. Right? And actually, let's put it down here instead. Oh, no, that's not where I want. But what I could have is this down over here. Yes. That will work. And then the smaller one over here. I know this is real. This really is like pretty. It's not really fancy or anything. It's really, what is it, squarish? You know what I mean? Unimaginative. But we'll go with it. These ones are going to be coming up soon. Okay, so they're good shape. Really overweight for. I'm really overweight for the stone and everything that I'm carrying. I really don't need to. And could it be that this is all the... No, this is only 4, so this is not really weighing me down. Okay, so let's put this up here, and this should go now up here. No, not yet. Oh, because of the top. Oh, it's being restricted because of the top. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. Yeah, and that wouldn't... I mean, I could put the water in there. See, it's got to be close to here. Oh, and I was kind of hoping it could be on top. What happens if I go with... Let's see if that... I don't think that's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. So we want that quarter wall. This is a quarter wall, yeah. So let's try to do that and see what that does. So we got a quarter wall, just to see how this pans out. Put the stone ceiling down, but I don't think this is going to work. Right now, I've got the clipping turned off. So, I mean, it may be that, let's take this one down. And put this down here. Put this down here. And see if... I can't jump or do anything. I'm really overweight here, so let's pick these up. Okay, there's that, and that was a ceiling. Okay, so we're good. So let's see if we can get this down, but I seriously doubt that that's going to happen. Because of the, yeah. Because of the vault is not allowing this to happen. No, it does look like it wanted to go up on there. So let's get up on here. And let's get up on here, and go up on here, and we'll see if we can lay it down on top of this. Okay, let's try to use the regular ceiling, but I don't think... Let's pick up this chemistry bench and see if that helps. Okay, and I think we can pick these up safely. Alright, so let's go up here, up on top of here, and yeah, I don't think that's gonna be possible, so we'll give it one shot, and if we don't, then we're just gonna have to truck those things over with a Ravager. That would just be the only thing that we can do. Well, it's sitting up there. Would it be sitting up there? Does it go up here? If it's up there, it still might be too high, right? Let's get it up on top. Find out. Come on, get it up on top. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna wanna go. Alright, we have to do a redesign here. I was kind of hoping not. Yeah, that's on the ground. And if we go up on there, it doesn't look like it's hitting the top. It's just this stuff is in the way. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to do a bit of a redesign. So, if we put the grinder there in the corner, that means we can put a smithy here, and then, yeah, I think what's going to happen is this stuff here is going to have to go along this wall, which is okay because that's kind of, we're okay to go over there to do that stuff. So this is a complete redesign, and the only way I'm going to be able to do that is with an RG. We'll grab our existing RG that's in here. So both those are good. Okay. All right. And we can actually breed these up too as well. Get these laying eggs. All right. All right. So we're gonna get our RG and do a bit of a redesign here and have some fun. And not gonna go crazy with it. Let's see if we get lucky here. Do we get lucky? 3447. This is looking pretty good. So I think 34 is the max on our health. 34 on that one, and I think 34 on this one. Yep. Okay. So, and this is a male. Is this a male? Oh yeah. So I think we have to accept this one anyways. Right? So what are we losing on the male? So we're 32 on the stam. So this male's got a 32 on the stam, so we're not really losing anything on that male. So I think we're gaining on all stats. 47 on the weight. I think we're losing the 47 weight. No, we're not. So we've got everything. So the only thing that's going to stop this one from being our new male is whether it is a mutation. So we're going to hope it's not a mutation. And that we're good. We should be good. Okay, so we're really happy because that, I think it was a fully loaded male. I think that one was fully loaded. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw out our RG, and we're going to first of all work on all the stuff here. Okay, so we're going to start off with this because I don't think there's anything really of consequence in here. So let's go ahead and clean all this up first. We don't quite need this, so since we're going to be throwing everything in there, let's throw all of this stuff in here. Okay. We can put that away, and we'll just keep all this stuff for now. Okay, so that should be pretty good. All right, and let's start moving this stuff. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick this up, and I think we've got some items in here. So this is the first thing that's going to go down, and we've got these stairs to contend with. Now what we could do is we could just block these stairs off because we can go up the other side. We don't need to go up this side. So what we could do is we could just block this off. Oh, look at that. That's kind of neat, right? Oh, I wonder if that could be something interesting. All right, so let's go ahead, see if we do have some foundations. We've got one that we could use. Actually, we need probably a couple of them, so let's use all these up and we'll make them up as we need them. Okay, and we've got this one here. and that one there, and this one here, and I think that's about it. I think I was going to try something that's very interesting to see if this is going to work. Let's get a roof thing and turn it into, which we can't do, right? It's not letting us go the other way. What's this? Let's see how this works out. Let's put our pressure cooker into. Okay, so either it's too close to the wall or it can't be on a roof. So let's just check. All right, so let's just check what we've got. So first of all, we'll see if we can go on a roof, and it can. Look at that. All right, so we do know that from there we can do that. So why can't we do it from here? Is because this is in the way, right? So what we could do is we could put in, I don't think we have a half foundation. So what's happening is this is not going up the other way. Oh, what was that it? Did that work? Did I almost see that work? And I don't want to pick up the beehive because you can't pick it up. I think once we pick it up, that's it, we're done. So what we could do is we could put in a triangle foundation there, or even just a regular foundation. See if we got one available to us. I don't think we do. We might have to make one up. We got a metal foundation we could go with. Oh, we do have 3 stone foundations. And do we have any triangle ones to kind of use up? Because we're not going to be using them. No, we don't. So let's go ahead and throw this down first. Okay, and throw that in there, and we'll see what we've got for our... So that worked out there. Does that join there? And we can't do it here. But can we put our cooker on here? Okay, so 2. There we go, cooker. Now we can't, but why? Is that because we can't go over there? Can we do it here? No. So we can't do it there. We seem to be stuck now. We're glitched. We're glitched. Oh no, we're glitched. Okay, there we go. So what we could do is take a look at the option of... Now this looks like it... Does it go all the way down? I think so. So we might be able to put a triangle ceiling there. That might work. So let's take a look at a triangle ceiling. Let's see if we got a triangle ceiling. No, we don't. Oh yeah, it would just be... It'd be just a regular stone ceiling, right? Alright, it would be just a regular stone ceiling. So, I think we really have to make one up. I think we have to make one up. Okay, so 44. Split this in half. Split this in half. Okay. And we'll split this in half. Okay. And we'll grab a little bit of that, and that should be good. Alright, that won't make us too much overweight. Alright, and we should be able to make a triangle ceiling. Let's go ahead and make up our triangle ceiling. And do we have that learned? I don't think we do. So let's see if we got to learn our triangle ceiling. There's a wood. Yeah, so we got to learn a triangle foundation as well as a triangle roof. And I think we've got one more to learn. No, that's it. Okay, so let's craft up triangle ceiling. All right, and we'll put that in place, and we'll see if we can put this down here. So we are able to do that. It goes on a weird angle, so let's see if we can rotate this through. There we go. That might be the one. That might be the one. That might be what we need. Let's go ahead and put this down. And let's go this way. Oh, shit, I made an extra one. That was a shame. So that is not wanting to up here. It might be. Yeah, it's because something is in the way here. It's probably this is in the way. So let's take this out. Okay, and let's see if that allows us to put this down. No, I don't think we're gonna get away with it. Trying to do some really funky stuff here, right? I think that beehive's in the way. I can't move it. Right? Yeah, so it's good down there, it's good there, but it's not good up there. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything that we can do that kind of will get them on here. Alright, so the only thing I can think of is what do we got here? So what we can do now is we can put this here, which will allow us to scooch by. And I think we can get by here now, right? Okay, we don't need this, so we'll pick this up. And we don't need this, we can pick this up. And we'll put our water thing back. Okay, so that will work. Just make sure. Alright, so this is down. We need an extra couple of foundations down the wall here. Okay, so that would mean that we're moving the incubator over here, so that means the incubator would probably be right beside here. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if the incubator would sit up there. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay. So I think the incubator will go here. Like I'll come through here, I'll be able to see the incubator here. Or even here. Let's see if we can put down another foundation. Or we'd have to make one. And we're short on stone, right? Yeah. I don't think there's any stone in there. And I'm pretty sure there's no stone in here. Okay, and let's just see if we got any residual stone here from 1,000. So those are all even. And I think we'll just go with this one. Okay. So, what we're going to do is Uh, we said we wanted to put a foundation here. All right, that will sit nicely there. This will hatch this very important egg. And this is the male breeder. So we're going to call this DRK BR1 because this is our male. Okay, we don't need to imprint it or anything. Look at that color. That's not too bad. If you like orange. So this is really good. So we're going to take that one. And it's going to be our male. We'll see if a female will come across. But it's only a matter of time now. We've got a very good male, so we're all set. All right, so if I come over here, I would really want these now to be here, right? Can I put them right here? Are they going to sit right up against here? Oh yes, it's going to be really nice here. So okay, that will go there, and all of these will go in here. All right, and this one, okay, we'll go beside that one, right beside here. And all these will go in here. Okay, so we've got these all nicely centered on that. The incubator would probably be going, I'd probably put the incubator where would it, does it make sense to put it around here, to come right across here? And put the incubator against here? No, I need some space to move inside here. So let's see what we've got left over before we start worrying about the incubator. So let's see if I can pick this up. Can I pick this up, or is it too heavy? And that's because I have a bulb dog on top of me. Throw him out and pick this one up. Yes, we can. Can we pick up? Okay. All right. And I don't think that's going to move because it's overweight. And let's go ahead and pick up this wooden cage. All right. And the wooden cage can go, because we need the fertilizer for this stuff. So let's put the wooden cage right here, because we need it for the, so if we put it here, can we get by? Can we get by here? No, we can't. So we have to give it just a little bit of space. Can we get by here now? Yes, we can. All right, so that will work. Okay, that's going to work. Okay, so can I punch it in? Yes, I can. And so we're just going to make sure that we make this, that it is wandering after pickup. It is. Okay, it's in place. Now we'll put the cooking pot right beside it, which will allow for, this will allow for, and then probably the incubator there. I don't think that's such a bad thing there. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. Not irrigated. So why is it not irrigated? That's not cool. So that is weird. So that means... So let's do this then. Let's throw this down as close as we can here. Alright. Is this irrigated? Not irrigated. So let's take this and lift this up. And let's put this tap down here. And is this got water coming out of it? No. Oh, so wow. So if we put the water down here, does this make it work? Okay, what if we do this here? Let me see. Just on the edge there. So that has water there. Is this irrigated now? Not irrigated. Because this is out of the... So this is not irrigating this. This is irrigated by the tank that's out there. Alright, so that must mean... So, and the water wasn't irrigated there, right? When we put it on there, it wasn't coming out there. So this is a bit of a problem. Okay, so what I think we can do is, I think we can put the water out here once we get that in there. So let's go ahead and remodel this up a bit. Okay, I think we can get away with leaving that there and just putting in the grinder in there. It's going to take up a big huge space. Let's see what we're looking at for grinder. If we lift it up there, okay, let's get the grinder down and see what that's going to do for us. What? Okay, let's try that. Okay, so I don't mind picking this up here and mixing this up, but let's see what we can get here. How far over can we slide this? Now we're not getting the forge. That's the problem. So we're not getting the forge, right? We're not getting the forge. So if we put the grinder in the corner like we said, we're still not getting the forge. So what are we going to do with the forge? So I don't think we can put the grinder here, right? It's not going to go here. We do have access to that there. If we bring the grinder out a little bit. Is that thing in the way? The pillar in the way of the grinder? What if we bring these right around the corner? Okay, let's bring these around. Okay, I think we can lift this one up. Alright, so let's bring this stuff around the corner. We don't need this here. So let's put one more down here. And let's see if we can extend the ceiling into the wall, which we just did there. Alright, let's see if the grinder goes up on top of, or the grinder goes up on top of here, which I doubt. Okay, it might be too small. No, there, it is up on there. It is up on there. It is sitting up on there. Maybe we need to put a ceiling. So this ceiling did go in there, right? Yeah. So that was a ceiling. I don't think we're gonna get so lucky here. It is up on top. But I think that's in the way. So let's see if we can throw a quarter ceiling up on there. Quarter ceiling. I don't think we got enough to make a quarter ceiling. All right, let's not get too off track here. So this is, oh, we don't have any cryos because we dropped them all off. Okay. All right. So that Drake is going to work out. What are we so overloaded with here? Probably the forge. So we're not ready to put the forge down. We've got to come up with some kind of system here where we can get everything all kind of jammed in here with the restrictions of the roof that's above us. So that didn't really help too much for weight wise. Okay, so we're gonna throw the 6 down here. So, all right, so we don't need this mail anymore. And we'll see if now, because I've got all of this foliage here, which is not cool. I got to get this foliage out of the way and to see, make sure I don't have a bag in there somewhere. Okay, I don't think I have a bag in there. Oh, what was it? Okay, yeah, so we don't have a bag in there. We do have an egg. This is a male. We don't need a male. So we're going to stick this in with the female. Yeah, so the male, let's throw the male down and get its saddle off of it. Right? Alright, and why all of a sudden? Oh, because we got the saddle. Alright, let's throw the saddle over and put it on this one. Oh, this is not mature yet? Ah, no! Okay, alright. Alright, so that's fine. And this one here wasn't, we couldn't do anything with that. So let's see if we can get up through here. So we're going to let me get up through here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to dump this male off to possible cull it. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I didn't have to move that. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I didn't have to move the vault. I'm trying to avoid moving the vault. So what am I being weighed down by here? Let's throw some of this polymer in here. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So for some reason, the the grinder doesn't go up on the second level. So let's go ahead and just make the some ceilings or something to lay the. Just make sure that we don't got any ceilings in here. We do, and we got a quarter in there as well as these. So let's take a couple of walls as well. Okay, so if we throw down a quarter wall here, or quarter ceiling, is that going to get us the grinder up on top? So let's put the grinder number 2, and let's see if we got the grinder up on top. And we don't yet. Right, I don't see it up there. Yeah, I don't. Okay, let's put these quarter walls right across. So 6. And let's put one here on this side. Okay, and let's see if that gets us the grinder up on top. So that gets us it up there, and it doesn't look like there's anything blocking the top of it. It just can't come forward enough, right? So that means that we probably would consider putting in a regular ceiling here. Let's see if that gets us the grinder on top. Although it's totally wasted space. 6. Okay, let's put the grinder on top. I just want to make sure to see if we can get it on top, if it even goes on top. Because I don't think it's going to. I think there's an issue. Okay, we gotta move this out of the way. Move this guy out of the way. He's not really doing anything for us. Okay. Yeah, I just don't think there's enough space on top. Let's put one more ceiling across and see if that's the ticket. Oh, that is the ticket. Alright, so what was the advantage of putting this up there? I don't think there was really anything. We could get this underneath there. And what else could we get under? Would we be able to get this underneath there? I don't think so. I don't know what would really go under there and what would be the benefit of that. Alright, let's take a look and see if we can get a chem bench underneath there. So see what we can get underneath. So I know we have an extra smithy in here. So let's see if that does the trick for getting a smithy underneath here. But that's not going to help. 6. Yeah, so smithy will go under. Yeah, so smithy will go under. So that's good news. Okay, smithy will go underneath this. I don't think that will go under. So if that's the case, will the grinder go up on top of here? Okay, so let's try that. Alright. I don't know if that's going to work. We'll see if that works. If that's the case, something's blocking it. It's probably that. What's stopping it over here? See if there's any possibility. Yeah. So it's gonna go up here. If I extend this. Yeah. Is that because this is in the way? Okay. So that does extend. Let's see if that gets the grinder up on top. Oh, I saw some action there. Yeah. So if that's the case, do the quarters go in here? So there's a quarter ceiling. A quarter goes in there. Will a quarter go on the side here? No, it won't go here. Will a quarter go there and a ceiling go here? Will the grinder go up on here? I think that pillar is in the way. I think it's just not going to happen with that pillar. I think we can put something beside the pillar, but we can't put something through the pillar. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't think it's going to happen. Oh, if that doesn't... Oh, shoot. Will that do it? No. I just think that pillar's in the way. Alright, so that means that the only thing that's going to happen here is that this grinder has got to go against the wall. And I'm just going to move these walls to make sure they're not in the way and see if I can push it tight up against that wall. Wow. It just doesn't want to go. It's got to have some space there. Okay, so if that's the case, yeah, it's really got to have like tons of space. Oh. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Chem bench up against here. So where do we have the chem bench stored? Right here. The forge I can stick somewhere around here. So let's go chem bench. Get it nicely the way we had it before. Right up tight. So I think that's up tight. And I think if we go with a grinder here, we might be able to fit it in here now. That's not going to go. Man, it's just not going to happen. It's just too freaking big. If I went on top, no, see, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. The only way it's going to go in here is take up all this frickin' space. Right? And that's about as close as I'm going to get it. Yeah, it's not happening. That's and it's just going to take up all this freaking space. So the forge can go here, but I don't think it's going to go in now because I think it's just too fucking. The chemistry bench is not going to go in there, right? Because it's just not going to fit. It's just too tight. So it's going to have to go in the front here. Right? And the forge beside it. So what I can do is, the metal isn't going to come out of here or anything. So the forge I might not even use. So let's throw the forge over here. Okay, so let's throw everything into the chem bench right now, except for the forge. Okay, let's throw the forge over here, which will go right in the corner. So this doesn't mind clip it. All right. And I really don't need, well, it'd be nice to be able to get in there and do that stuff, but so let's do this instead. No, if I need to be able to come in here and reach all this. Right? Come in, reach all this. Okay. And okay, so if I move this over, can I still reach? Can I still reach it? Okay, let's pick up all this stuff. Oh, I don't need this egg, right? We already determined that this is no good. And if I move this, I could probably move it as close as I can over here. Alright, so if I come into here, reach that, this, that, I've got all the key things here. Alright, so that's what I'll do. Alright, and then I don't think this is going to go in here, right? Oh, it'd be nice if it would, but I don't think it's gonna. No, I don't want it there. Probably in here is fine. In front of this is fine. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Okay. Okay, that's all good there. Stay in there. Okay. All right. The forge will be fine. We can get stuff from here. Do we got anything inside here? Yeah. Polymer. All right. All right. So this is kind of makes us easy access to that. I come over here. This is all happening over here. I'll get used to it. I can still access this if I need to, as well as I can access them from here. This is easy access to there. I can access to this, but it's not irrigated. So what did I need to do with this? I needed to move this. I wanted to move that into here. Okay, so let's pick this up. And let's move this in front of here. See if that works for irrigation. Which allow me to still come in here, still do all this, still access that, come in here, that's no problem. And is this irrigated? It is irrigated. So that is going to be definitely access to this and that, okay? Alright, so that's going to be, I'll just clean this up, come these across here. So let's make up a couple of, the stone. Okay, so split half. We're low on wood is what the problem is. So can I still move? Yes, I can. All right, so let's make up a couple of foundations. So we need 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. So we need our 3. We need to return the 3 back. Yeah, so let's make 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we can only make 5. And that's because we're low on stone. We get some more stone here. 5, so let's make 2 more. 1, 2. And that might give us what we need. If not, a short. Okay, I don't think we need something there. Probably could put something here. Yeah, that's good. All right. We're just gonna make our 3 that we need for here. So 2 more. Let's see if we can do it. No, we can't. We are short on what? Wood? Yes, short on wood. And so we'll do 2 of those. 1, 2. That'll give us the 3 that we need. I don't even know that we should even be making these, but yeah, because I think all this stuff is excessive. The chair might go in here. Would the chair go in here to sit down? Yeah, why not? Can I sit in it? Yes, I can. I can't see shit all, but that's okay. and I can get out, that's fine. And then I can get up on top if I want. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is looking good. Let's just make sure. Take all those off of there. Can we move around? No, we can't, because we need to dump our stone and our wood and our thatch. Okay. And let's make sure that our drake is loaded up properly. We'll put this in here. All right. Okay, this is our new male. And we're all good to do this, so we're gonna get him breeding. Okay, and this should be, yep, that's breeding up. Okay. I don't think we have any, oh, jeepers creepers. Oh, jeepers creepers, there's lots. Oh, there's tons of them. Oh, man. Are we all out of cryos? That's what it is? Oh, shit. Is there any in here? Come on, be a couple in here. Yes. Okay, so we've got those 3 go in here, those 6 go in there, and those 3 go in here. So those are 3 Rexes. What, there's 4 of them? Do I need that many of them? Okay, alright. This is insane. Okay, 4 of them. What are they? What's on them? I didn't even look on them. 34, 44 in weight, and 32 in health. So I think those are going to be fine, right? So let's just. I think that's all the stats that I need. 5. So 40, 34 in weight. That's not good, but this one's good in weight, right? So 44 in weight, 34 in health, 37 in melee. So I don't think I have that on any of these. 32 in melee, yeah. So none of these are gonna be happening. Yeah, so we'll still keep reading these up in 1 minute. All right, so let's call all of these. So these are all called. These are all going to be called up. Put all these out. And that was the egg for here. We're looking for a female, and we don't have a female, so we don't want that. Although 47 in weight. This is still 47 in weight. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so let's put these all down. Okay, let's drop off. We don't need. We have to put this away. Put that away, and that away, and this away. Okay, and that means that we can just throw all of these. 1. And these are all going to be called. Mark that one. Mark that one. Mark that one. And mark this one. And kill them all. Okay. Okay. And unfortunately, I didn't get them a little bit earlier, so I got to dump all these off. And dump all this off. The egg I don't need for that. There may be a mating that's happening up on there. All right, and that's all good for that. And okay, this egg I don't need here. And it's out of spots. So let's take let's take these all out of here and just put what were we putting in there? We were putting the egg in there. We're gonna have to make some up. Okay, let's put these away. Okay, put that in there. Okay, we can throw these in here. We can throw this in there and this in there. We're gonna get grinding up soon. Okay, we can throw this in there and all these in there. Okay, so we need to, I came in here to, what did I come in here to do? What did I come in here to do? Okay, and it's going to be happening soon. We don't need to call those up anymore. And this, we're going to build, pump it in the melee. This is going to have an egg down here. Okay, and oh shoot. Okay, this is going to be what? 32 for health, which is already not good, right? 34 in health, yeah. So let's just take a look at what else we got. We got 34, 44, 34 in weight, which is already no good. 44 and 34 in weight, 44, so it's already no good. Okay. All right. Okay, so we did some moving around and everything. I think we're pretty good. We do have an incubator to make up and a little fine tuning on the lines. I think what we'll do is we'll call it at this session and we'll pick it up on the next one. If you like and subscribe, if you like what we're doing, I really appreciate that. Leave some comments or some participation in the chat would be nice. And we'll see you on the next session. See you later, everybody.